Coming up right now, live at 5:30, new state requirements put into place at the beginning of this school year gave parents 8 months to get their kids immunized or risk not being allowed back in school. The deadline is up, or is it? We'll find out right now.
From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Hey again, everyone. Thanks so much for staying with us tonight. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Well, the students in the Hazleton Area School District and across the state of Pennsylvania have been urged by new state immunization requirements to receive updated vaccines or suffer the consequences. Now, the original deadline of April 14th has now been extended to April 30th. The state now requires that all 7th graders get 2 vaccines and all other grades get a second dose of the chickenpox vaccine. Those who do not comply may risk not being allowed back in their classrooms in a few weeks. And if they don't already have state-required vaccines, they now have until the 30th to do so. News 13 spoke with Superintendent of the Hazleton Area School District, Dr. Francis Antonelli, about the extension.
Well, actually, the state extended the deadline, Jasmine. It is now April 30th. So we do have some time, and those students that may not be immunized have time to get their immunizations. I must say that our nursing department has been working with these students for well over a year now in notifying them of what they need and of the impending deadlines.
Parents have been notified for the past 8 months of the new requirements. Again, any student who has not submitted written proof that their immunizations are up to date will be prohibited from attending school until the information is received. And remember, that deadline is now April 30th. For more information on the vaccines required and the state's new regulations, make sure you visit that website on your screen for more information. Driver education is an important step towards road safety, especially for new drivers. It is a way to prevent teen collisions and keep insurance costs down. Just last Thursday, Governor Corbett signed Senate Bill 743. This bill amends the Public School Code of 1949 to allow public schools to employ driver education instructors to teach the classroom portion of driver's ed without having a Pennsylvania teaching certificate. State representatives are pleased to see this legislation move a step closer to becoming a law in our state, but not all schools are on board. Some say they haven't had any need for driver's ed at all, including Hazleton area. We spoke to the superintendent about the issue.
We haven't had driver's education in this district for a number of years. It's been quite some time since we offered driver education. And that's primarily because of the proliferation of private folks, private driving schools that offer driver ed. Again, there has not been a need. There hasn't been students asking for driver ed. And again, it's because of the proliferation of the private driving schools that are out there.
Legislators say the bill that Governor Corbett signed simply takes advantage of trained professionals from a community being put to use for the benefit of young people and public safety in general. In the greater Hazleton area, there are several privately owned driving schools to look to for teens and adults. Parents need to pay close attention to this next story. Troopers out of the Hazleton Barracks tell us they're on the hunt for an attempted child abductor. They say the investigation stems from an incident last week when the man tried to lure a 9-year-old boy on his way home from school into his car. It happened on the Harwood Road around 4 Thursday afternoon. That child said he heard a man call out to him asking if he needed a ride home. The boy said he turned around and saw a man in a light blue SUV at a stop sign with a passenger side window halfway down and pointing at him. The boy said that's when he started running toward home, but stopped and turned and saw that vehicle continued heading east on the Harwood Road. The man was described as being white, non-Hispanic, in his 30s, with short brown hair, no facial hair or glasses, and wearing an orange-colored shirt. Anyone knowing the man or might have any information helpful to troopers is asked to call them at 459-3890 or dial 911. Moving on tonight and heading to a local golf course where players hit the green today, and even though the course is in the process of changing hands, the golf game was the same. Our media partner, the Standard Speaker, first reported Tuesday that Edgewood in the Pines golf course was being sold to a group of local investors. The course became a real hot spot years ago when word spread that former Philadelphia Eagle Ron Jaworski would be managing Edgewood. The course then became known as Ron Jaworski's Edgewood in the Pines. When News 13 stopped by today, it was business as usual. The current manager, Bob Price, would not comment on camera, but told News 13 that the course is open and ready for golfers, despite rumors that there were no golf carts left, which in return meant no golfing.
How much do you golf here?
Usually twice a week, 3 times maybe.
Now, there's rumors going around. What have you heard about the golf course?
Well, we've heard that it was sold, from previous owners, and that's about it. I don't know their names.
Have you been told that you can't golf here, or you always like?
Oh, no, it's still the same so far. We haven't met the new owners yet or nothing, but we've been coming here for 20 years, Philip.
Oh, maybe longer. The rates went up a little bit.
And tell me about that. How much are we talking here?
Well, we were paying 17, and it's up to 23 today. Yeah. Now that could be because of April the 15th. They usually change their rates.
Now, it's important to point out that even with a sale pending for Edgewood, all events that were already scheduled, like weddings and golf tournaments, as of now will go on as planned. In addition, the Valley Country Club could see some changes as well when it comes to golfing. The Standard Speaker is also reporting that facility could be changing hands with new owners. And coming up on News 13, one local fire company wants to feed you this weekend. We'll tell you how you can satisfy your appetite while helping out a great cause. But first, we'll head to Cunningham, where officials there are trying to beef up the police force. Stay with us. Cunningham Council voted to continue to beef up the borough's police force, and one of the newest officers was on hand to introduce himself formally to council and meet each member individually on Tuesday night. The officer comes to Cunningham from a department in the Wilkes-Barre area. Council also gave the go-ahead to add one more part-timer to the force. Before we take a look at your 4-day outlook, let's check out tonight's creative condition. This beautiful piece of artwork sent to us by Juliana Gutierrez, a student at the Hazelton Elementary Middle School. She's a good artist there. Juliana, thank you so much for sharing with us. Let's head outdoors now to see what Mother Nature has in store for us over the next few days. Tonight, first, we'll see mostly cloudy skies, chance of showers, and a low down to 41 degrees. Your 4-day outlook goes a little something like this. Thursday, mostly sunny skies. We're going to get up to 64. We dip down to 48 with a little bit of clouds out there in the sky Thursday night. Friday, we end the work week off on a sunny note with a high up to 67. On Friday night, slight chance of showers. It will be mostly cloudy and a low down to 50. For Saturday, it's looking like cloudy skies, showers likely, and 64 will be our high. Saturday night, I should say, even more of a possibility of rain. Cloudy, we dip to 44. Again, the clouds stick around, and so do the showers for your Sunday, 56, and a low down to 39 on Sunday night as the rain continues. Your forecast tonight, live at 5:30, brought to you by the Lazy Dog Salon, Dog and Cat Grooming on North Broad Street in West Hazelton. Call 459-0310. And Yevex Detail Plus Auto Center at 11th and North Church Streets between Laurel and Church Streets. Make sure you call and make an appointment at 450-0959 or 956-0251. If you love spaghetti, you may want to save your appetite for some pasta over the weekend, because while you satisfy your taste buds, you can help out a local fire company as well. A benefit spaghetti dinner for the West Hazelton Fire Company will be held this Saturday, April 21st. Takeouts and sit-down dinners will be available from 1 to 5, and this all takes place at the 4th Street Pub in the borough. On the menu, of course, spaghetti, homemade meatballs, salad, bread, and beverages. The cost of the dinner is just $7. Tickets are available at the 4th Street Pub or from any firefighter. We sure hope to see you all there. Coming up on News 13, we'll head over to McAdoo Catholic, where students are getting ready for their spring play. But first, we'll stop by Drums Elementary Middle School, where our Jasmine Brooks has this week's District Newsmaker. Stay with us. The Smallest acts of kindness can make the biggest differences in life, and if anyone has proven that, it's the students from the Drums Elementary Middle School. Currently, they are participating in a fundraiser that benefits the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Whether it's quarters, nickels, dimes, or pennies, the spare change these kids are collecting is making a big difference. Our Jasmine Brooks has more.
For this week's District Newsmaker, I am outside of the Drums Elementary Middle School with some 8th grade girls, and these students are part of the National Junior Honor Society. We're going to be talking to you a little bit about Pennies for Patients, not just a catchy name, but a great fundraiser. So here with me now, can you tell me a little bit about the Leukemia Lymphoma Society and this whole Pennies for Patients project?
Well, basically we're just collecting small amounts of coins for about 2 weeks, and it's going to children with leukemia, lymphoma, and melanoma.
Now, it's called Pennies for Patients, but you can give dollars or quarters.
Yeah, checks, dollars, quarters, whatever you have. Anything counts.
Anything counts, that's right. Okay, so tell me, you don't necessarily have a goal, but it's lasting about 2 weeks.
Right.
So what kind of, goal would you like to set?
Somewhere in the hundreds, possibly the thousands. Normally we don't do that well with fundraisers, but we're really hoping for a really good turnout. And we think because it's just spare change, that's easier for students to give in money.
And now you are in charge of this, however, the whole school participates, is that right?
That's correct.
So you're going to raise a lot of money.
Hopefully.
All right, well, good luck to you. Now, moving on over here. Now, the National Junior Honor Society, you do many projects, and this is one fundraiser. Tell me some other things you do.
We do a lot of community service. Each of us, for each quarter of the year, we have to do 4 hours of community service. So that's 16 hours, and that's a lot of work. And then we just talked about other fundraisers and stuff to help out. We get the whole school involved and a lot of the community, so it's great for everyone involved.
And tell me a little bit about this fundraiser and why you think it was a good idea.
Well, we're, like Allie said, we're just collecting small amounts of change, and I think it's good because it's going to go to children that have leukemia and lymphoma and really help them out and their families.
All right, well, good luck to all of you. You're doing a wonderful thing. For this week's District Newsmaker, I'm Jasmine Brooks, and now I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Jasmine, thank you so much. Catholic school students will be singing to a different tune as part of their spring play. Imagine high school students living with no technology. We caught up with McAdoo Catholic School students Tuesday who were practicing for their play called A Kid's Life, where technology is completely wiped out and the kids need to find other ways to amuse themselves. Grandpa and Uncle Al saved the day with imaginative games and adventures. And students say they learned what they would do without their phones, computers, and iPads.
I learned that there are lots of games that you could play, and it could be a lot of fun. Even if you don't have technology or cell phones to play on, you could still have lots of fun things to do.
The students put a lot of hard work into this performance, which you can purchase tickets to go and see. There's a performance in just a bit tonight at 7 and again on Thursday at 7 in the school's auditorium. Very good. Congratulations to those students and good luck. That'll do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. You can catch this newscast again with a rebroadcast throughout tonight, or just simply go to News 13's website, ssptv.com. That's where you're going to find everything Greater Hazleton and beyond. It's all just a click away. On behalf of your News 13 team, be safe. We'll see you back here on Thursday. Good night, everyone.